Hello and a very warm welcome to each one of you. And today we are on chapter number 13. That is what we are starting with. This chapter, how do I take it? जो अभी तक हमने पढ़ा है, the author has prepared us for a mental fitness boot camp. जितना ही हमारे लिए बॉडी को एक्सरसाइज की जरूरत है वैसे टू सो दैट वी स्टे स्ट्रांग, आवर माइंड नीड्स डिसिप्लिन टू स्टे एम्पावर्ड. इस चैप्टर में 10 days चैलेंज को डिजाइन किया. किस लिए? टू ब्रेक फ्री फ्रॉम नेगेटिविटी. है ना, नेगेटिव इमोशंस आते रहते हैं जो हमारे को हर समय, उससे ब्रेक फ्री करने के लिए. टू बिल्ड मास्टरी ओवर आवर थॉट्स, टू स्ट्रेंथन आवर एबिलिटी टू चूज एम्पावरिंग रिस्पॉन्सेस, to basically prepare us for long term happiness and success. जल्दी से हम dive deep करते हैं. Let's dive into the chapter and read what does Tony Robbins has to say. Let me start sharing the screen so that we can read it together. कुछ तो गड़बड़ हुई है कैनवा के साथ. I don't know why it is not opening filling वाला version. Anyway. Chapter number 13, the 10-day mental challenge. Are you ready for it? जरा ये बताओ. All right. Habit is either the best of servants or the worst of masters. Says Nathaniel Emon. Consistency. Isn't this what we all are after? We are all after. We don't want to create results once in a while. We don't want to feel joyous just or the moment. We don't want to be at our best sporadically. The mark of a champion is consistency, and a true consistency is established by our habits. I'm sure you realize by now that I did not write this book just to help you make a few distinctions, nor is it designed to inspire you with a few stories or share with you a bit of interesting information that you might use every now and then to create a little personal development. This book and my entire life is dedicated to producing a measurable increase in the quality of our lives. This can be accomplished only through a new pattern of taking massive action. The true value of an individual, of any new strategy or skill, is in direct proportion to the frequency of its use. As I have said so many times, knowing what to do is not enough. You must do what you know. This chapter is designed to assist you in establishing habits of excellence, the pattern of focus that will help you maximize the impact you have on yourself and others. Are you ready for it? Well, I'm excited about this chapter because I know the power of consistency. Consistency, when you एक हफ्ते की कंसिस्टेंसी रखते हो, you start believing in yourself. 2 weeks, 5 weeks, 1 year की कंसिस्टेंसी जब आप शो करते हो तो you come out as a massively confident person. And when you are consistent, people know you for your consistency. In order to take our lives to the next level, however, we must realize that the same pattern of thinking that has gotten us to where we are will not get us to where we want to go. One of the biggest challenges I see in both individuals and corporations is that they resist change, their greatest ally, justifying their action to pointing out that their current behavior is what got them to the level of success that they now enjoy. This is absolutely true. And in reality, a new level of thinking is now required to, or in order to experience a new level of personal and professional success. So many times, जैसे हम जब weight loss करते हैं, तो there is a time when एक stagnant weight हो जाता है. Weight वो ऊपर नीचे होता ही नहीं है. There is a particular word that we use for it, right? It is skipping my mind, but yeah. वैसे ही जब हम अपनी ladder of success from where we were to where we are to where we want to be climb कर रहे होते हैं, तो हमेशा क्या होता है कि there will be, तो एक माइंडसेट जो होगा उसके साथ आप इतना ट्रैवल कर सकते हो, बट व्हेन यू रीच द पीक of that mindset का exposure, उसका potential, then you have to shift your mindset to another level to uprise yourself. And in that case, जब जब हम जहां जहां अभी तक जो हमारा माइंड का फ्रेमवर्क है, जो हमारी मेंटालिटी है, जो हमारा माइंडसेट है, वो हमारे को आज तक की डेट में जहां पे हैं हम वहां पे लेके आके रुका चुके. नाउ इफ वी वांट टू रीच अनदर लेवल, वी नीड टू शिफ्ट आवर माइंडसेट. To do this, we must once and for all break through the barriers of our fears and take control of the focus of our mind. Our old patterns of allowing our mind to be enslaved by the problems of the movement must be broken once and for all. In their place, we must establish a lifelong commitment to focus on the solutions and to enjoy the process. Throughout this book, we have learned a wealth of powerful tools and strategies to make your life richer, fuller, and more joyous and exciting. But if you just read this book and fail to use it, it's like buying a powerful new computer and never taking it out of the box, or buying a Ferrari and then letting it sit out in your drive, collecting dust and grit. So let me offer you a simple plan for interrupting your old patterns of thinking, feeling, and behaving, a way that can help you condition these new empowering alternatives and make them absolutely consistent. How many of you are ready for this 10 days challenge? I am absolutely thrilled. सच्ची बता रही हूँ दिल से. मुझको बहुत दिनों से इस चीज की इंतजार थी, एंड आई एम लुकिंग फॉरवर्ड टू इट. जब हमारा ये चैप्टर खत्म होगा, मे बी वी विल बी नोइंग कि व्हाट एग्जैक्टली वी नीड टू डू. But till then, I'm super excited for this challenge. Let's understand what exactly this challenge is about. Years ago, I found myself caught up in a pattern of frustration and anger. I seemed to have problems everywhere I turned. At that point, thinking positively was not highly of my list of solutions. After all, I was being intelligent. And intelligent people don't make things look positive when they are not. I had plenty of people around me who supported this idea, and they were equally frustrated with their lives as well. In reality, at the time, I was being incredibly negative and seeing things worse than they were. I was using my pessimism as a shield. It was my feeble attempt to protecting myself from the pain of failed expectations. I had to do anything to keep from being disappointed once again. But in adopting this pattern, the same barrier that kept me out of pain also kept me out of pleasure. It barred me from solutions and sealed me in a tomb of emotional death where one never experiences too much pain or too much pleasure, and where our continuously justifies one's limited actions by stating they are just being realistic. हम सबके साथ होता है. हमारा को कहीं पे हार मिल रही होती है, हम कहीं पे डिसअपॉइंट हो जाते हैं, हमारे अपने खुद के शील्ड्स हम खड़े कर लेते हैं टू टेल आवरसेल्व्स कि नहीं नहीं इट्स ओके, इसलिए ये ऐसा है बिकॉज ऑफ ब्ला 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 ब्ला. बट द रियलिटी इज, अगर हम वो एक्सट्रीम पेन को नहीं नहीं समझेंगे या हम उसको नहीं फील करेंगे, तो वी विल नॉट बी एबल टू मूव टूवर्ड्स द एक्सट्रीम प्लेजर ईदर. We will stay in that box always. In truth, life is a balance. If we allow ourselves to become the kind of poor people who refuse to see the weeds that are taking roots in our garden, our delusions will destroy us. Equally destructive, however, is what happens to those people who, out of fear, constantly imagine the garden overgrown and choked with intractable weeds. The leader's path is one of balance. He notes the weeds with a smile upon his face, knowing that the weeds' visit to the garden in all but over, because he is spotted them and he can and will immediately act to remove them. अगर हमारे इधर वेज अगर हम बहुत पॉजिटिव रह के चल लें कि हाँ हाँ कोई बात नहीं सब चलेगा तो वीड्स हमारे को खा लेंगे। और अगर हम बहुत नेगेटिव हो जाएंगे कि नहीं नहीं अब कुछ नहीं हो सकता ये वीड आ गया है मैं इससे ओवरकम नहीं कर सकती हूँ या कर सकता हूँ तो that is also demoralizing and putting yourself into a stagnant state. If you want to grow, if you want to grow as a leader, we need to take a balanced approach towards anything, any kind of resistances that come in our lives, any kind of problems that come into our lives. And when we create a balance, we understand कि ये हमारे को किस हद तक इसको in weeds. We understand that we know the weeds, we have spotted them, and now it is in my hands to remove them as well. And I start taking immediate actions towards removing them. I don't stay stuck with them, and I do not, cage myself with those doubts, fears, or resistances either. We don't have to feel negative about weeds. They are part of life. We need is we need to see them, acknowledge them, focus on the solutions, and immediately do whatever it takes to eliminate their influence from our lives. Pretending they are not there won't make things better. Neither will becoming inflamed with anger by their presence, nor devastated by fear. Their continual attempt to be part of your garden is a fact of life. Simply remove them and do it in an emotional state of playfulness or joy while you are getting the job done. Otherwise, you will spend the rest of your life being upset because I can promise you one thing. There will be more weeds that continue to come up. And unless you want to live in a reaction of the world every time problem occurs, you need to remember that they are actually an important part of your life. They keep us vigorous. They keep us strong. They keep you vigilant in noticing what needs to be done to keep the garden of your life healthy and rich. We need to practice the same approach of weeding the garden of our mind. We have to be able to notice when we start to have a negative pattern, not beat ourselves up about it and not dwell on it, but simply break the patterns as quickly as we discover them and replace them with the new seeds of mental, emotional, physical, financial, spiritual, and professional success. How do we break these patterns when they show up? Simply remember the step of NAC you learned in chapter number 6. You need to decide what you do want. If you really want to feel the sense of passion, joy, and control over your life, which obviously you must, or you would not be reading this now, then you know what you want. Number 2, you have got to get leverage on yourself. If you read this whole book and don't establish any new seeds, Number 2, you have got to get leverage on yourself. If you read this whole book and don't establish any new pattern, would not that be unbelievably waste of time? In contrast, how will you feel as you truly use what you have learned to take immediate control of your mind, body, emotions, finances, and relationships? Let your desire to avoid pain and induce massive pleasure drive you to make the changes necessary to take your life to the next level now. Let your desire to avoid pain and induce massive pleasure drive you to make the changes necessary to take your life to the next level now. And in order to accomplish this, you must interrupt the limiting patterns. The best way I know to do this is simply go on a mental diet. That is, take a set period of time and take conscious control of all your thoughts. A mental diet is an opportunity to eliminate the negative and destructive patterns of thinking and feeling like that inevitably come from living life in an emotionally reactionary and mentally undisciplined fashion. I committed myself to watch so too much to mental cleansing almost 8 years ago and found it to be a very profound and invaluable process. I came across the idea in a small pamphlet by Emmett Fox. In it, he expounded upon the value of spending 7 days without ever holding a negative thought. The idea seemed so Pollyanna, so ridiculously simple that at first I thought the whole concept was a total waste of time. But as he began to lay out the rules of this diet, he has prescribed to clean the mental system, I began to realize it might be more difficult than I thought. The challenge intrigued me, and the final result astounded me. I would like to broaden the challenge Mr. Fox created in 1935 and expand it as a tool that can help you integrate the master tools to change that you have been learning thus far in this group, beginning today. Here is your opportunity now to really apply all the new disciplines you have learned in the previous chapters. My challenge to you is simply this. For the next 10 days, beginning immediately, commit to taking full control of your mental and emotional faculties by deciding right now that you will not indulge in or dwell on any unresourceful thought and emotion for 10 consecutive days. चैलेंज लेते हो, कर सकते हो, क्योंकि इन एवरी डे टू डे लाइफ यू विल सी दैट हमारे को कोई ना कोई बहाना, कोई ना कोई बात ऐसी जरूर मिल जाती है जिससे भी all the negative emotions, thoughts start coming up. Can you remind yourself all the time, at all the time, that I'm in control? I take control of my mental and emotional faculties, and I am not going to dwell on the unresourceful thoughts of emotions for 10 days. सुनने में बहुत आसान है, but it is very, very difficult. Let's understand. It sounds easy, doesn't it? And I'm sure it could be. But those who begin it are frequently surprised to discover how often their brains are engaged in non-productive, fearful, worrisome, or destructive thinking. और इन सब से हमारे को संन्यास लेना है. क्या? Non-productive thought से, fearful thought से, worrisome thought से, and destructive thinking से. Why would we continually indulge in mental and emotional patterns that create unnecessary stress in our lives? The answer is simple. We actually think it helps. Many people live in a state of worry. In order to accomplish this state, they continually focus and dwell on the worst possible scenario. Why would they do this? Because they believe it will get them to do something, to take action. But the truth of matter is that worry usually puts a person in an extremely unresourceful emotional state. It does not usually empower us to take action, but rather it tends to cause us to become overwhelmed with frustration or fear. Yet, Using some of the simplest tools in this book, you could change your worried state immediately by focusing on a solution. You could ask yourself a better question like, what do I need to do right now to make this better? Or, you know, you could change your state by changing the vocabulary you use to describe the sensation you are feeling, from worried to a bit concerned. In essence, if you decide In a sense, if you decide to accept my 10 days challenge, it means that you are committed to putting yourself and keeping yourself in a passionately positive state, no matter what happens. It means that if you find yourself in an resourceful emotional state, you will instantaneously change your physiology or focus into a resourceful state, regardless of your desires of the moment. For example, if someone does something that you believe is destructive or even hateful towards you, and you begin to find yourself becoming angry, you must immediately change your emotional state, regardless of the situation, during these 10 consecutive days. Very, very difficult, I must say. For me, it is very difficult. I don't know about you. But I would at the same time say it would be worth experimenting. Again, remember that you have a multitude of strategies of changing your state. You could ask yourself a more empowering question like, what could I learn from this? Or, what's great about this solution? And what's not yet perfect? These questions will lead into a resourceful state where you will find solutions instead of dwelling on and habitually running the cycle of increased anger and frustration. How many other ways could you change your state if you were really committed? Remember, our goal is not to ignore the problem of life, but to put ourselves in a better mental and emotional states where we can not only come up with solutions but act upon them as well. Those people who focus on what they can't control are continually disempowered. Yes, it's true. We can't control the wind or the rain or the other vagaries of life of weather, but we can tap our sails in a way that allows us to shape the direction of our lives. When I first considered going on Fox's mental diet, I believed that staying positive would get me hurt. After all, I had been positive in the past, and my expectations weren't met. I had felt devastated. Eventually, though I found that by changing my focus, I was able to take control of my life by avoiding the problem state and immediately focusing on solution. My requests for inner answers were quickly met when I was in a resourceful state. Every great, successful person I know shares the capacity to remain centered, cleared, and powerful in the midst of emotional storms. How do they accomplish this? Most of them have a fundamental rule in life: never spend more than 10% of your time on the problem. Spend at least 90% of your time on the solution. Most important, don't sweat the small stuff, and remember, it's all small stuff. Wow, this is so powerful. In life, never spend more than 10% of your time on the problem and spend at least 90% of your time on the solution. Most important, do not sweat on the small stuff, and remember, it's all small stuff. If you decide that you're going to take on my 10 days challenge, and I assume you will, since you have made it this far in this book, then realize that for the next 10 days, you are going to spend 100% of your time on solutions and no time on problems. But won't this make the problem worse? If I don't worry about my problems, won't they get out of the control? I seriously doubt it. 10 days of focusing entirely upon solutions, on what's great in your life, and on what works and how lucky you are will not make your problems worse. But these new patterns may make you so strong that what you once thought was a problem may disappear as you assume a new identity of an unstoppable and joyous human. These are the 4 simple yet important rules to this 10 days challenge. So if you're going to take it on, remember the following. 10 days के जो rules हैं ये तो हम कल पढ़ने वाले हैं, पर how many of you are ready to take this forward? How many of you are ready to take the 10 days mental challenge? It's going to be difficult, but we can do it together. We can do one day at a time. And we just need to understand, we need to remember the moment we see a weed, we just need to pluck it out, take action, and just move on. We have to focus on the solutions. We have to understand and remember at all times that we do not need to sweat on the small stuff. We just have to, and everything is a small stuff. Yeah. What else? What else do you have? I have a few reflection points, prompts for you. Number 1 is, when I face a problem, do I focus on the problem or on a possible solution? हमारी लाइफ में प्रॉब्लम्स एवरी सिंगल डे आने, पर हमारे को अपने आप को नोट करना है इन दीस नेक्स्ट 10 डेज कि हमारा फोकस कहाँ पर है, प्रॉब्लम पे है कि सोल्यूशन पे है. एंड इफ इट इज गोइंग ऑन द प्रॉब्लम, दैट इज रॉन्ग. वी आर नॉट ऑन द मेंटल डाइट एट दैट टाइम. वी नीड टू फोकस ऑन द सोल्यूशन. ठीक है. बट यस, आंसर दिस क्वेश्चन फॉर योरसेल्फ. अभी तक क्या कर रहे थे इसके बारे में. What is the most common negative thought or emotional pattern that you follow every single day? हर 2-3-4 दिन में वो इमोशनल पैटर्न बार बार हिट करो. What is it for you? उसके बारे में. And last but not least, how would your life change if you continued yourself to think positively for the next 10 days straight? अगर हम हर रोज पॉजिटिव सोचना शुरू हो जाए, नॉट डिल्यूशनली, बट पॉजिटिव का मतलब, अगेन आई विल रीआइटरेट, कि उसका मतलब ये नहीं है कि हम पॉजिटिव पॉजिटिव ऐसे पॉजिटिव हो गए हैं कि हमारे को वीड्स दिखने बंद हो गए. आई थिंक पॉजिटिव मीन्स वीड्स को देखा तो उसको प्लग किया और आगे बढ़ गए. Because weeds are going to come every single day, every single moment. Every time you reach a level, you will see multiple weeds growing in your garden. And what you need to do, weeds के ऊपर, weeds को फटाफट निकाल के solutions की तरफ चल के आगे बढ़ना है. You have to put the क्या कहते हैं, ये खाद डालनी पड़ेगी कि हमारे weeds कम से कम आए. Yeah. There is a thought that I would like for you to carry all day. That is, your mind is like a garden, and what you plant and nurture is what will grow. Weeds or flowers, pain or palm. Okay. That's it for today. I think this is actually something big that we are going to dive into. Tomorrow we will understand the rules of the challenge, and then we will let's see how far we go with no negative thoughts, only positivity. Positivity हमारे में कैसे कैसे आ जाती है, हम gratitude करते हैं तो positivity आती है. अब अगर हम every single day we start doing the gratitude practice, I think there is a lot that is going to shift. Let's try it. ठीक है. All right, take good care of yourself. God bless you, and have a wonderfully beautiful day. God bless.